Welcome to Orlando, Florida, today at Camping World Stadium for what ought to be a terrific matchup in the Staff DNA Cure Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Sam Houston Bearcats, taking on a team from the MAC, the Akron Zips. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the defender. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Guys, let's chat about Akron. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Goodwin. There he goes. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
He can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
This time they'll go to the running game. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Man, that's great defense. Break on the football. Make sure they don't get the touchdown, but those are the opportunities you have to just pull that in, make the big play, stop the bleeding, had a long drive, and really shift that momentum back to your offense.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. The Zips line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. catch in the middle. It's Goodwin. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Zips are threatening in the red zone. They'll try the run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. The Zips have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quickly complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Akron!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Bearcats offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Turning it on! It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Give to the big fullback. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down for you.
Sends it back in motion. Here comes the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. And the Bearcats have their offense in high gear. Goes to the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
On the option. He'll pull it on the read. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bearcats. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the option play, the quarterback basically blocks the edge defender. So you watch the edge defender comes to him, and he commits to him, and then he pitches the ball to the running back, and the running back can do his thing, running the football all the way to the house. And it's basically a block from the quarterback on the defensive play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. The extra point is blocked. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Spins away from the defender. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Right back to the well. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Leaves it with the back. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Zips will have it 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Zips trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Rides the back and leaves it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. He makes a grab, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Zips.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This offense needs to put together a scoring drive to keep up, trailing 14-6. He'll ride his man on the option. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Might as well stick with him. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Russo. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Bearcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Bearcats are on the move. They'll ride the hot hand. Breaks into the open. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. The Bearcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. This one's going to be fun if this keeps up. Back with the ball in a 14-13 lead. Easy completion on the shuffle. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Makes the grab over the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Guys, it's Akron holding the lead here so far. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Zips with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Sam Houston. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the offense on second down. Running behind that left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Goodwin. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Zips will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Touchdown, Bearcats! Special teams proving to be special. did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff team is out there, and after giving up a punt return for the score, this offense needs to do some work. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They'll go to the ground. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
Everybody on defense did such a good job on that play, leveraging the football and using the sideline to their advantage. They weren't letting him get north. They forced him east-west, got him out of bounds for it.
He's going for it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing it.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Zips will punt this one away. The last time they punted it went back for 6. He'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The option look. Let's talk just for a moment about Sam Houston. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good 3-star running back just this past week.
Yeah, and you create some excitement. You create some momentum. These are the kind of guys that, man, they come in right away. They got a chance to play. Like, you're telling them the future's going to be bright. We're trying to build something special. We just need you.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback will keep it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hampton. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Now on the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And wings it incomplete.
Well, that ball landed incomplete, but you saw the quarterback's speed, and you saw how big of an asset that is for this offense. There was a good pass rush, but he was easily able to avoid the defenders and at least give himself an opportunity to complete that throw.
The snap sets up the throw. Makes the grab on the left. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bearcats. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
The running back is going to get the long touchdown run in the stats, but the option was run beautifully. How about the timing down the line of scrimmage? A perfect pitch, and the running back takes it and does the rest. That's why this offense is hard to stop. So many options on so many plays.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. The Zips with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it himself. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. He'll go to the sneak. And from this angle, I don't think he got the 1st down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. And the Zips send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your...
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Got enough for the 1st down. Big pickup on the ground. Knocked down at the 28-yard line.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the 1st option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
On the option. He'll do it himself. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Touchdown, Sam Houston! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this isn't up.
There he goes! Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Zips in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Goodwin. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. He knew he was going to have to pay the price, and he did, but the reward is the first down.
Yep, he hung in there just long enough. I think he did a really good job hanging there, finds the running back. And listen, when you choose to blitz, now you got to tackle my guy in space. Running back does a great job getting the first down.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle, it's Goodwin. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense. And you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grab near the marker. It's Goodwin. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And he missed it. No good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. He lost one down the sideline. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Zips will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree. And if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll send the back in motion. Turning it on. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
On the option. He'll pitch it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it. And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work, hand it to him, let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense gets set for second down.
Cricket.
The big fullback's got it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
At the 18, third down coming up.
Okay,
The
ready?
Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
Igloo.
Motion from the back. Running with the fullback. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball, there is no juke button. There is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that first down.
29 Phillies. Ready, ready.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
2nd and goal for this offense. Gets the back moving. Sticks it in his belly. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put two hands on the football, lower his shoulder. Second and goal. You don't need third and goal, thanks to the big fella.
And he tacked on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They'll run this play from the pistol. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense in an empty set.
Right here, right here.
Gonna swing it on second down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Cobra. Ready?
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Bearcats trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll go to the fullback. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Ready?
Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal.
42 Spider.
The give to the fullback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
On the play. Brings up third and goal.
On the double.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Fullback's got it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
A couple things I loved about this defense. They didn't get deterred. They gave them some yards, got all the way down here near the goal line, but now bowing their necks up. Big stop on third down, forcing a fourth down opportunity ahead.
On the ready?
This is a really big play for both teams. Fourth and goal from the 2. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Bearcats! Great job by the back on the option.
And was there ever any doubt, guys? Fourth and goal, you got to turn around, give it to your bell cow. Just know he's going to find a way to get it in the end zone, and he did exactly that.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
The Zips have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature more and more in the passing game.
Oh, what a move. Gets away from one. He's got space. It's a seam wide open. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That's the end of the period, and Sam Houston has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run.
He'll take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
On the option. He'll toss it. At midfield, he's got room. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Third down coming up.
The Bearcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down.
Cricket.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late running the ball on third.
He's in open space downfield. Good pickup there. He gets it out for the first down.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the fourth quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
And the Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the fullback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. So now it's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. The option look. The pitch. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. The give to the big fullback. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Get set.
Give to the fullback. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, Dave. The Jimmies and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, it was not a good day.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, and also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.